soon as I pick up the reins, they need to be on the bit. So we just don't waste any time and energy, using and developing the wrong muscles, and therefore, unintentionally, in a way, training the horse to have to guess which day it is, the more on the bit day or the less on the bit day, sightseeing and so on. You just come out and be the same every day. Good. And relaxing your legs so that you're going to feel like your knee moves just a little bit almost, and as your thigh sort of rolls with the horse. And so actually when you get down here, we're just going to walk. And then when you get down here, go ahead and stop in front of me. I'm going to untangle myself from my blanket. Good. Got a nice 4-beat walk. Good. So like when you're walking and in your trot for that matter too, it almost feels like there's just this little motion, and you can feel what it does to your hips. Right. It lets your hip move with the horse ultimately, and then of course if you ever want to stop, because you don't want to go anymore. Right. And you follow just so that you let the calf right here just going to stay with the horse, but then it's just moving your body. And it took me like 2 years to learn my exercise to even get my back right. And then this is going to happen, not that you want a real wiggly toe, right? But if you start to find yourself tightening right here, then turn it in if you can, and then you let it go. And it'll take itself back out to it. And then you just bring it in. And the biggest thing in adjusting your position is you never want to try to, like hold your toes straight, because then you create tightness. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So let's continue at the walk.
That is hard.
It's very hard. Well, it's a lot to remember, yeah, I think. And then, and then because we come, and I believe me, I was also the old-fashioned hunt seat jumper rider, where we were taught when we were kids to stick your toes out and hold them there. So I was really good at it. So, and I did Western equitation and all that with a lovely arched back, and I mean it was quite a change. There we go. But I still believe Western riders are the easiest to convert, because at least they like to sit on horses.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go into a little sitting trot once again. Just as you're ready, fingers closed, and your elbows just sort of hang underneath your shoulders so that you can influence them into that nice round frame. You get to pick the trot. That is your choice. If you come out and some days practice your sitting trot, which you really should do at least for a few minutes every day. But if you do that, and he makes it the most miserable, god-awful trot on any horse, actually, and you start to post, what they learn in about 3 tries is that they can train you to post when it gets miserable enough, so you can believe that they get faster at making it miserable. So you go ahead and if you're sitting a horse's trot and he makes the trot miserable, it would be more clear to, even if you had to, come to a walk, so
You're
you can
fine.
continue sitting until the horse went on the bit and all of that. And then you would go up into a posting trot, just so he always submits before we reward his good behavior by getting off his back. So this is looking pretty nice. That's it. Shoulders back a little bit more. Oops, and now he makes you come a little out of the saddle, so you're going to stay back, and I want you to even pull your shoulders back to where it feels like you're slightly behind the vertical. And then asking him to go really round, and you can play with him. Exactly. That's right. And then when it starts to feel very easy and nice, then post. So you reward his good behavior by getting off his back. That's it. Good job. That's right. And relaxing your lower leg. If you find that the stirrup starts to slip back towards your heel, perfectly fine to wiggle your toe and sort of readjust it, because those things must be paid attention to, and even though it might be disruptive to the trot for a moment or to the horse, we still have to go there, so we train our muscles to, come into the right order. But also we train the horse that we're allowed to adjust, and they're not allowed to self-destruct while we do that. There you go, good girl. And the posting trot. Good. Very nice. He actually has moments where he's quite elegant. Huh? Yeah, that's right. And then he goes above the bit and he goes, oh, see, I should sight see now. That's right, good. And that's right. So as soon as you feel or, hopefully you don't have to always see, but there, nice. As soon as you feel him making a change, like leaning on the reins there, starts trying to pull his head up or whatever, perfectly fine for you to tell him that that's not allowed. Good. Very good. That's it, yeah. And then asking him when he's nicely on the bit for just a little bit more forward trot. So a little bit bigger. And then if as you go forward, he becomes in a way more restless, lifting his head up and down, you could decide to slow it down again. So basically, the slower trot, this is very nice by the way. The slower trot's usually more manageable, so it's okay for you to make the transition to the slower trot if you needed it, but if not, wonderful. Good. And actually the posting is going very well. Good job. Good, so then 20-meter circle down at this end, and then somewhere on the circle, canter. That's the left shoulder back. So turning your left shoulder, looking around your circle, so at least you know where it is. So I want you to pull your left shoulder back even a little bit more. Even more. So there you go. So now we're getting there. So that we all know that you're turning left too. Yep, and keep turning your left shoulder back. Because that's right. Sometimes from the other disciplines we sort of tip the other way. Lean back. That's right. And then, yep, left shoulder back. Yep, so your left shoulder coming back towards his tail and relax it down. And then actually come to a walk just for a moment to keep your reins. Yep, and now turn your left shoulder way back. There it is, just like that.
Oh, look at him come around.
There you go. And if he falls in, you can use your inside leg to push him out just a little bit. Now you're sitting on that inside seat bone, though, too. Good. So now from the walk, canter. There you go. Good. Left shoulder back. Yep. So you keep working on turning your left shoulder, and then with your eyes trying to find your circle, which is always a guess. That's very good at first. There you go. Good. Now if he starts to try to make the circle a bit smaller, you can use your outside rein a little bit too. So when you start to find that your left hand wants to cross his withers, pull your left shoulder back, use the outside rein and inside leg just a little bit, like right here, just sort of asking him to step over towards us. Now go straight. And looking up at yourself in the mirror, put your left hand on its own side. Yep, and then if he falls in, you can collect him back slower if you need to, and use the outside rein a little bit too, the right rein. Yep, and then that's it, left shoulder back, yours. There you go. Good girl. That's right, and then he goes, really? I can't do it. That's all right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come down to a trot. And so posting trot, go straight ahead, slow, and walk because he pulled. So when he starts to really pull out like that, make him walk. Walk all the way down. And then into the trot. And on the bit, and then walk again because he pulled and stuck his head forward. Yep, and then on the bit. That's right, nice and straight. And then into the trot. So when we ask him to canter to a trot, if he starts to just stick his nose out and run forward at a trot, don't go there. You could even tell him canter halt. That's good. Now turn up the center line from this end. Very nice. And then I want you to leg yield to the right. So you're going to use your left leg and you're going to guide him over to the right. So he steps a little sideways away from your left leg. Watch yourself in the mirror. So you keep your shoulders squared up with the short sides of the arena. Turn up the center line. And then once again, leg yield to the right, using your shoulders square just like they are. Now you're going to use your left leg and ask him to step over to the right. That's right, and just slowing it down if he starts to pull or to get too fast. There you go, left shoulder back and turn left. There you go, good. There you go, go straight ahead. That's it, bending left as you come to the corner, good girl. That's it, with your left shoulder back. So left shoulder back even a little more because as you watch yourself in the mirror, so he wants to turn his haunches over to the left a little bit, so he always looks like he's a bit crooked. So now I want you to come down the next long side of the arena. So you're going to continue straight. bending him around the corner, and I want you to really bring your left shoulder back. Yep, keep your left hand on its own side of the withers, left shoulder back, and give him a little kick with that left leg if you need to. Yep, that, like that. There it is. Good. Yep, and do that again. That's it. Good girl. And then once more, turn up the center here. And you're going to leg yield to the right. So use your left leg starting now. And tell him, oh, you better. You like that. Step aside. So he crosses his left hind leg. Good. Left shoulder back. That's it. Hey, there you go. Good. All the way over. Yep. Left hand on its own side. 20-meter circle at that end of the arena. Now bend him left with your left shoulder coming back. If he starts to make the circle too small, now, good girl. Now you can use that little side step to put him out to the circle of your choice. Good. And then canter as you're ready. And you do the same thing in the canter with your left shoulder back. And if you need to walk, you can, but left shoulder back there. Left, yep, that's all right. Left elbow back, bend him left. So he has to look to the left. And then the canter as you're ready. Yep, left shoulder back. Good girl. That's right. And also, if you need to sit the trot a little bit, if he doesn't want to pick it up from a posting trot, go ahead and let's go back to a little sitting trot. Left shoulder back, and bringing his nose to the left a little more. Pull your left shoulder back more, even more. there you go. Now it's back. That's it. Slow. Exactly. Tell him he has to be obedient and not push on your left side. Exactly. Good girl. Yep. And then canter. And right leg back, left leg right where it is. So, yep. That's all right. Good. That was good because you held your position and didn't let him go into some sort of suspicious movement. There you go. Good girl. Good. Now, when he starts to lean in, you're going to really pull your left shoulder back and do just what you showed me in the trot. That was very good. Yep, look to the left. There you go, that's it. Nobody ever knows where to look. Good. Very good, yep. And then he has to bend left shoulder back. If he falls in, he gets the leg yield out. Good. And then you can walk and take a little breather. So all the way to the walk. Good job. Good long range. And relax for a minute. Very good. That's all right.